Well, this is living in the vlog. I'm sorry, living in Boulder vlog. For the 4th of November 2013. So, I guess yeah, the last vlog I did, it was in the morning of yesterday. So yesterday, I think yesterday was, yeah, I didn't do a whole lot yesterday because I got up and then they had that fall back thing. So then you lost an hour. I went over and talked to the neighbor and then went over to the hardware store and got all the gear because I'm going to make an extension on the storage closet for this dude who lives in my building. I totally screwed up on the, I was high off my ass when I estimated all this stuff I needed to buy, and I forgot all this stuff. And I'm going to end up like not making much off of this whole thing, man. I'm going to tell him that. And I'm not going to like tell him that I mention a tip or anything, but I am going to let him know how much money I'm actually making, and maybe he'll voluntarily give me a tip. But anyways, whatever. Live and learn. Don't mix marijuana and work. Not a good idea. Okay, so yeah, so then I went over to drive to the next town over, Louisville, to see a movie, Captain Phillips, with my mom and her friend. Captain Phillips was really good. I like going to, my mom like invites me to movies every couple of weeks because she pays for it, because I like go over to her house all the time to like help her clean up and do just random stuff. Yeah, that movie was really good, dude. I love Captain Phillips. He saw, they did a really good job in that movie of of kind of empathizing with the pirates, with the bad guys, and making you kind of feel for them just as much as the people the victims, you know, like you have, you know, like the young guy who didn't really want to be there, who's really scared, and, you know, and the leader who has a lot of charisma, and, I really liked it. But my mom's friend didn't really. She was like, I felt manipulated. That's not what it's like being kidnapped. It's a lot more subtle than that. Because she got kidnapped like 30 years ago in Afghanistan for a couple of days. Because she was at a restaurant and met some like an hydroelectric engineer who made $30 a month, and invited she and two of her friends over to their house, and then they kidnapped him and were gonna hang them. Because they didn't like hippies traveling to their country when they have to work all the time, and they were driving him from one place to another. Oh yeah, but one of the ladies like had sex with him, like voluntarily had sex with him to try to get him on their side, and he came back and he's like, I couldn't get it up, old war wound, oh well. But then he was like all proud that he just had sex with like a gringo or whatever, so that he like spaced out, and they drove off the road and crashed and got like knocked out. So the ladies jumped out of the car and managed to flag a car down and escape. But anyways, but she's like, so that's not what it's like. But anyways, I felt manipulated. I think there was a little bit of overacting at the very end when Tom Hanks was like, when, you know, the whole time he's kidnapped, he totally had his cool, and then he like breaks down in the end. But I think it was just to show his like compassion for the pirates. Yeah. So yeah, and then I came back here, and what did I do? Oh my God, complete brain fart. Oh yeah, I spent like 3 hours reading Wikipedia article about Thomas Malthus. It took forever because somebody wanted me to do a video about it. And then I went to bed. But I had insomnia until like 4 in the morning. Tonight I'm going to make sure to take a trazodone and a melatonin. But I did exercise today. So then today I got up at like 10:30 or whatever, and I went over to the gym, and that's basically what I did. I didn't work today because it was 36 degrees. I can't work when it's freezing because the water gets on you and it's cold. And if it's below freezing, you know, the water will freeze on the fucking window. So, and it's going to snow tomorrow, so I'm not going to work tomorrow. But it's going to be sunny on Wednesday and Thursday, so hopefully I'll work those days. I quit smoking weed like at the beginning of the month. So at the beginning of December is when I'm going to apply for the jobs. There's a supermarket really close to me, and I'm going to apply there, and I'm just going to make it clear to them that I want to work there, and, you know, just put me in line, you know, for whenever they have an opening. But, you know, I need a job this winter, so I'm going to try to do the snow shoveling and stuff. But yeah, I was in the gym all day today, and I'll include what I worked out on. It was just kind of, mainly just organizing, listening to Booker T. Washington for Slavery. I'll do a video about that tomorrow when I get through with the book. The book is just really long. Yeah, man, I love this gym. It's like it's the gym in my hometown, man, and I just feel like more at home. People are more similar to me because I go into the gym and I'm like to the dude at the gym. I go, do you listen to audiobooks? And he's like, well, yeah, I listen to audiobooks. And I'm like, oh, because I have 300 gigabytes of audiobooks I can give you. And he's like, oh, what do you listen to? And I go, well, I have everything. He goes, no, I mean, what do you listen to now? And I was like, oh, wow, you know I'm listening to one right now? And I'm like, yeah, booksshouldbefree.com. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, so he's like, dude, I'm going to see how much I have. I'll bring it in here for sure. And that's like the first time anybody's been that excited about getting audiobooks. And I've mentioned it so much in so many different towns. The only other place I've actually managed to transfer audiobooks to somebody was in Bellingham, Washington, with this girl who worked at a Starbucks. And then I asked the girl who worked there, I'm like, yo, can you work out topless in here? And she's like, haha, that's funny. Somebody just asked me that. And she's like, well, I mean, technically we're supposed to tell you not to, but I mean, I don't think anybody in here cares. Because I see dudes topless in there all the time. Like, not working out, but like walking and hanging out and like drinking the water or whatever. And well, on Halloween I saw a couple guys topless because they had paint, like Superman and Flash paint on them. So yeah, dude, I want to go into the gym and work out topless. That'd be badass. I can't wait until they allow everybody to work out topless in the gym. Because you can look at your muscles, man. You can scope yourself out as you're getting pumped up, man. Oh, and maybe it'll actually cause the girls to start working out topless. That'd be a major nut buzz. Yeah, so I bought a jerky bar off EasyPay. There's this thing called EasyPay. The gym has got really cool technology. You just type in your phone number and then put your fingerprint on there, so you don't have to bring anything to go work at the gym. And even to buy stuff, you can do it that way. So it's cool, man, because they sell, energy bars. And I got a little beef jerky stick today. Yeah, I think I'm already starting to get stronger. My appetite hasn't really kicked in yet. My appetite's going to kick in after 3 weeks. So about the 20th of, on my mom's birthday, on the winter solstice, is the day that my appetite is going to suddenly go up about 30%. Or more than that. I'm gonna have to have like snacks and stuff. Like as it now, I can get by on like a 700 calorie breakfast or a 600 calorie breakfast. Like a 300 calories of a cup of oatmeal, a scoop of protein powder, and a 210 calorie can of fruit. And that's what I have for breakfast. And like I didn't have to have anything all day after that. I had like a power bar and that was it. Oh, and then that beef jerky stick. And then I came home and I had for dinner I had like a can of beans and a little bit of rice, and that's all, and I'm not hungry at all. But yeah, it's gonna be totally different in about 3 weeks. I don't have any more muscle tone now, but I was getting a little bit stronger. Oh, my brother called me today though, and he's like, he's working out at the gym a lot, and he's never worked out in his life, dude. And I was like, yeah, how much you work out? He's like, oh no, I do like 5 sets of 20 when you put those 45s. I'm like, you're doing 5 sets of 20? Bench pressing 135 pounds? Nice. That's pretty strong, dude. Like, that's stronger than I was before I started working out. Oh shit, I was going to say something else. Anyways, I told him, like, yeah, I can usually do like 20 or 50, 155. You should try that. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, put another 10 on each side. Oh, okay, I'll let you know. So, I forgot the other thing I was going to say. Oh, well. Yeah, but I'm excited. Oh, yeah, but my muscle tone isn't there. And I still have fat. Like, I got fatter than I ever did. I don't know if I got fatter than I ever did, but I notice, like, ripples of fat on my ribs and stuff, which is uncomfortable. God, it must suck to be fat. Oh, I want to do a video, actually, right now, on how I'm getting back into shape. So anyways, yeah, and I talked to my roommate a little bit about history stuff. I guess we were talking about his favorite presidents. It's Andrew Jackson and Truman for some reason. Mine is Theodore Roosevelt because of the trust busting in the national parks. Anyways, yeah, what time is it now? It's 9:15. It's not that late. So that's my vlog for today. Peace out.